Today's umpires are Mr.
Hello and welcome to Stevens Park, home of AMSA Eagles Baseball, where today the third-seeded Eagles host the 35th-seeded Tigers of South Hadley High School in this MIAA State Playoff Round of 32 matchup. I'm Matt Bisaccio, and today's sports coverage is being brought to you by WMCT-TV, Marlboro Cable Television. The Road Tigers coming in today's game are 11-9 overall in the season, including a 7-3 win over Wareham High on Saturday in the prelim round of the D-4 State Tournament. On the other side, the Eagles come into today's action with a stellar 16-2 record, earning a first-round bye. Their only losses of the season came at the hands of the number 2 seed Uxbridge back on April 29th, and 2 weeks ago, AMSA dropped a tough one to Groton Dunstable in the CM88 quarterfinals. AMSA is led by manager John Gendron. Absolutely gorgeous day here at Stevens. 80 degrees, slight breeze about 5 to 6 miles an hour, partly cloudy skies. AMSA comes out here in the top of the first. They've allowed just 2.3 runs per game, 43 runs total in 18. Pretty impressive mark. Go around the diamond, introduce you to the starting lineup here for the Eagles this afternoon. On the bump, Evan Scully. Behind the dish, see, get my notes here. All right, behind the dish we've got Liam Thornley. First base, Lucas Kale. Second base, Braden Deckers. Shortstop, Cal Thompson. At third base, we've got Nick Fritz. And going around the outfield, we've got Mike Domino in left, Joey Skorinek in center, and in right field this afternoon, we've got Anthony Skillings. Again, this is the D4 State Tournament, round of 32 matchup. The winner of this afternoon's game will advance to play either Ipswich or Bay Path. That game is currently in progress, and if we receive any type of score updates, we'll certainly let you know. Really couldn't ask for a better day to play some ball. Wind shouldn't play a factor, although it is blowing in a little bit. And we're getting underway here. Stepping up first for the Tigers of South Hadley is Tyler Everett, the center fielder. Decker's working quickly. Ball's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chopped, first base side, but foul. That'll even up the count at 2-2. On deck, got Matt McDermott, the left fielder. 2-2 pitch, slapped the other way, third base side, but again, out of play. Breaking ball, banged over to second base. Taken care of by Deckers for the first out here this afternoon.
Left fielder, number 12, Matt McDermott.
In a game we covered here at Stevens Park about 3 weeks ago, Eagles versus the Beavers of BVT. Scully was the starting pitcher in that one as well. Overall, the day was pretty good for him, but he did struggle at certain points to work his way out of jams. Here he falls behind in the second batter of the game. Oh, 2-0. This one chopped first base side. It's a 1-2 count. To the left fielder, Matt McDermott. In the dirt. Oh, and McDermott swings over it. Evens up the count here at 2-2. Inside fastball. Dribbled. Foul and out of play. Count remains 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Swung. Strike 3, throws them out. And we've got 2 down.
Second baseman, number 13.
2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first. And stepping into the box is the second baseman, Aiden Sullivan. 3 lefties to start the game here for the Tigers. First pitch of the at-bat in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Deckers comes back, blows the fastball by him. 1-1 count. Fastball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch, swung over, chopped into the ground and foul. Slap the other way, gonna be a tough play for Thompson. Fields, fires, and gets him. Oh, excuse me. Looked like he got him, foot must have come off the bag.
Number 23, Ben.
Sullivan beats that out for an infield single. That brings up the DH, Ben Foley. Scully pumps in the fastball to get ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Chop to third. Fritz bobbles it. Doesn't have a play. Oh, what? I'm not exactly sure what just happened there. Looks like he overran the bag, but regardless, 3rd out of the inning. Eagles let up 1 hit, no runs, and after the top of the first, we are scoreless. All right, welcome back. WMCT-TV, WMCT-TV sports presentation here at Stevens Park. Division 4 MIAA state playoff tournament. The South Hadley Tigers, scoreless in the top of the first. Let's introduce you to the starting lineup here for the AMSA Eagles and their lineup. Batting first, shortstop Cal Thompson. Batting second, second baseman Braden Deckers. In the 3 spot, got Evan Scully, he's pitching today. Cleanup, Anthony Skillings, who's in right field. Next up, Lucas Kale, the first baseman. And it's Mike Domino, the left fielder. Nick Fritz, the third baseman. Liam Thornley, the catcher. And in the 9th spot, the center fielder, Joey Skorinak. And they'll be facing Tiger pitcher John Viola. The Eagles have scored 168 runs this year. That's 9.3 per game. First pitch, swing and a miss from Thompson.
see that it's recording always. And I can only see that here.
Second pitch to the at-bat, outside and low, evening up the count at 1-1.
But I could shut this now. I could save the battery on the camera because it's using the battery because I'm using the screen.
Viola, the right-hander, fires.
I just think you could easily like put this by mistake.
Thompson swings through it.
I mean, you shouldn't.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You shouldn't do that.
And let's try that again. Viola, the righty, fires. Thompson chops it the opposite way. Second baseman gets it. Wild throw. First baseman has to come off the bag. Stops it from going into foul territory, and Cal Thompson is on with an infield hit here to start the first.
12, Braden Deckers.
Viola checks on Thompson at first. Thompson slides in safe. Makes sense that he'd throw over. Thompson is a terror on the base paths.
It's tough to do because you don't want to like, shake the camera so much that you move it so fast to get the pick off.
Another look over at Thompson. Another throw over. Decker's in the box, yet to see a pitch. Thompson breaks for second. Throw is not in time. Thompson swipes the bag easily. Thompson taking an aggressive lead off a second. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
Exactly. Yep.
Wonder if Coach Gendron will put runner in motion. Little hit and run. Well, it's going to need a good pitch to swing at. Hasn't seen one yet. Count stands at 3-0. Another throw over to Thompson. Eagles already with a runner in scoring position. Oh, ball 4. Deckers reaches on a walk.
Pitcher number 14, Evan Scully.
Early trouble here for Viola. As his counterpart, Scully steps into the box. Couple of balls to start this at bat, and that's 6 straight balls thrown by Viola. Finally finds the plate. One-two count here on Evan Scully. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Ball in the dirt, no chance at getting Cal Thompson, who steals another bag. Deckers follows him at second, double steal. And now with no outs,
What'd you say?
the Eagles have runners at second and third. Ooh. Scully thought that one was outside the zone. Umpire disagrees, and he'll see at least one more pitch. Now that's ball 4. An infield hit and 2 walks have loaded the bases. Still nobody out here in the first. Now we'll see the cleanup hitter, right fielder Anthony Skillings, with a chance to do some damage here in the first. After falling behind the last couple of batters, Viola finally throws a strike and gets ahead. Second pitch, though, misses well outside. That was about a 56-footer. That evens up the count here, 1-1. Bases filled with Eagles. Nobody down. Viola's pitch. Low. 2 balls, 1 strike. You figure Skillings is going to get a fat one over the next couple of pitches here. Viola's not going to want to walk him in. Oh, well, he's falling further behind, 3-1. Skillings is going to be sitting dead red on this one. Skillings hits it to second. Just second, and they can't get the double play. Run scores, however. That's Thompson crossing the plate.
First baseman, number 29, Lucas Kale.
Deckers advances to third. Scully out at second. So we've got runners at first and second. Excuse me, first and third after the fielder's choice. And stepping in is first baseman Lucas Kale. Viola awfully concerned with the runners on base here. Skillings broke. Oh, and that's going to be a tough double play. Breaking for second in the steal attempt. Ball softly lined to the first baseman, and he finishes off the double play to end the first. Eagles scratch across a run, though, as they lead 1-0 after 1 here on WMCT-TV. Welcome back to the beginning here at the top of the second. From Stevens Park here in Marlborough.
That's like Matt's not a big hockey guy, so
Number 3 seed,
a guy from Hudson.
AMSA Eagles, leading the number 35 seed, South Hadley Tigers 1-0. Scully's first pitch is a ball. And leading off here in the top of the second is the shortstop, Nathan Carleon. And there's a strike from Scully. That pitch is low, and I believe the count is 3-1. Scully blows the fastball by the shortstop, and that pushes the count full on Carleon. Ooh, borderline call goes Scully's way. Batter in the box did not agree, but doesn't matter what he thinks. The umpire rings him up there for the first out here in the second. All right, 1-1 count here to the third baseman, Matt Drobiak. That was the second K of the game so far for Scully. And here he gets ahead of Drobiak, 1-2. Missed opportunity there in the last half inning for the Eagles. They get the bases loaded with nobody out, and they're only able to push across one. Two up, two down here in the top of the second as Scully puts another batter away via the K.
Liam Quinn.
First pitch to Liam Quinn is fouled away. Scully working quick. Already 2 Ks in the inning, and he's ahead of Quinn, 0-2. Close, but just high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Scully sits down the side in order. 3 Ks. Great inning there by Scully. And after an inning and a half, Eagles lead 1-0.
Number 0, Michael Domino.
And we'll begin the bottom of the second as left fielder Mike Domino steps up for the Eagles. Eagles leading 1-0. Viola worked himself into and then out of trouble there in the bottom of the first, loading the bases with an infield hit and 2 walks. But a fielder's choice and a line-out double play ended the Eagles' attempt there in the first, and now here we are in the second. Viola makes quick work of Domino there, sits him down.
Ritz.
That's the first K of the day for Viola. Wonder if there's any relation to the great former Red Sox. It's Frank Viola, I believe. Pitch is in the dirt, call the ball. Nick Fritz takes the ball upstairs. Fritz right there, fouls it back. Got ourselves a full count here on Fritz, 3-2. The righty sets and fires. High, ball 4. Fritz reaches here in the second via the walk.
Liam Thornley.
And now up for AMSA as the catcher, Liam Thornley. The Eagles have been very aggressive so far on the base paths, stealing 3 bases so far. So see whether or not Coach Gendron puts Fritz in motion.
This guy gets people in bases distracted.
Viola fires over to first, but Fritz back in plenty of time. Thornley pops it up towards first, and it's just out of play. Eagles' only 2 losses came here at Stevens Park. I said back on April 29th, they lost to the number 2 seed in this tournament, Uxbridge. And just a few weeks ago, they lost over here to Groton Dunstable. If you're familiar, though, with Central Mass Baseball, you know that Groton Dunstable has one of the best hitters in the whole state, in Isaac Zhang. And he hit he hit 6 home runs, including a grand slam in that one. And here we got a grounder to shortstop. Shortstop fields and fires over to first, but the throw gets away. Fritz will advance to third base.
Center fielder
Thornley safe at first.
Joey Skoranek.
So a walk and a fielding error is set up first and third here for the Eagles with 1 out. And the 9 batter, Joey Skornick, comes up, and Eagles again aggressive here. Takes second base. Thornley takes second with the steal. And now Skornick has runners in scoring position. Fouls it back.
Oh yeah, the first pitch.
Pitch in the dirt. Second inning in a row, the Eagles have runners in scoring position. See if they can capitalize here. Another ball outside. Skornick shoots it foul, first base side. And I believe it's a full count. Skornick shoots one to center field. Fritz tags him third. He goes. The throw is, the throw looked to be in time, but it was off target. Meanwhile, Thornley advances to third. Heads up base running there by Thornley.
Shortstop, number 5, Cal Thompson.
And now the leadoff man comes up, Cal Thompson, who scored. He reached on an infield hit, then came around to score after a couple of stolen bases there in the first. Coach Foley going out to the mound for a mound visit to speak with his starting pitcher, Viola, and the rest of the infield. Got 2 down in the inning here in the bottom of the second. Liam Thornley at third, Cal Thompson up. Pitch in the dirt. Thornley will score on the pass ball with a wild pitch. And Thornley comes across, makes it a 3-0 game here in the bottom of the second. Outside. Viola yet to throw a strike here to Thompson. Thompson, hard grounder to third base, gets over the glove of the third baseman, and Thompson, wide turn there at first. We'll go back there.
Second baseman,
We're going to score that a hard base hit.
Braden
Tough play for the third baseman. And Cal Thompson is 2 for 2 on the day. He extends the inning for Braden Deckers to come up. Deckers walked his first time up and stole a base. Thompson breaks for second, gonna get it easily. That's his third stolen base so far in just 2 innings. One-out count on Deckers. Thompson at second. Breaking ball outside. Deckers looks at a couple of strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Eagles lead 3-0. Deckers blasts one to right. Throw on target. Ooh! Wow, Thompson just slides in underneath. Great base running by Thompson. His second run scored of the day, and makes it 4-0 Eagles here in the second.
Scully.
Hard hit ball there by Deckers. Nice throw by the left fielder. Just a little late. Eagles have tacked on 3 runs here in the second. It's a 4-0 game. Scully just gets underneath one, fouls it back. Scully last time he was up walked and then was doubled up. Scully nubs one to the first baseman. Tough play, nice play. Oh, after 2 complete, Eagles lead 4-0 here on WMCT-TV.
Leading off for the Tigers, right fielder.
Welcome back to Stevens Park for the beginning of the 3rd inning.
Mendoza.
Eagles lead the Tigers 4-0. Eagles starter Evan Scully has been very effective so far in 2 innings. He's got 4 strikeouts, no walks. And leading off here in the 3rd is the right fielder Brady Mendoza. Fastball blown right by Mendoza there. Pitch outside. That pitch is fouled away. Low 3rd strike call right there. A little generous. Sure, Scully will definitely take it. That is his 5th strikeout of the game. 2nd looking. And now the number 9 batter, the catcher, Joe Meon. Tigers have only had 1 base runner to this point. That was Aiden Sullivan back in the 1st. Otherwise, 2 ground outs and 5 strikeouts. One count on Meon. Ball fouled back. Ooh, and pitch in the dirt, swung over. And another strikeout
Center fielder, number 16.
for Scully.
Tyler.
His 6th. He's rolling right along. 5 straight Tigers sat down. So yeah, it's 6 strikeouts so far, no walks. Ground ball to Kale at first. Handles it easily, trots over to first, and that'll do it here in the top of the 3rd. No hits, no runs, and after 2.5, 4-0 AMSA. So we've got a 4-0 game here, going into the bottom of the 3rd. Viola's still out there for the Tigers, and he'll face 4, 5, and 6 for the Eagles. That's Skillings, Kale, and Domino. Righty fires. Grounded 3rd, right over the bag, and it's a fair ball. Skillings round 2nd. And he'll trot into 2nd, standing up, or a double. Fast start to the Eagles, for the Eagles here to start the 3rd.
Number 29, Lucas. Yeah.
And immediately Kale will come up with a runner in scoring position. looking to add to their lead. Breaking ball. Buckles Kale's knees as Viola jumps ahead 0-1. Kale gets underneath one, smokes it to left, and that's a base hit. Left fielder gets the ball in quickly. Skillings can only advance to third.
Number 0, Michael Domino.
And now up is Mike Domino. His last time up in the second, he was sat down looking. Runner breaks for second. Shortstop cuts in front of the throw, anticipating the double steal. But Skilling stays put at third, and as it stands, we have second and third, nobody out. Golden opportunity here for the Eagles to tack onto their lead. Feels like Viola is near the end of his rope here on the day. If he gives up a base hit here, maybe the end for him. And strike one on Domino. Infield on the right side is pulled in a little bit. Short and third playing at their normal depth. And that's ball one. 1-1 count here on Mike Domino here in the third. Skilling's at third, Kale on second. And Domino finds himself down 1-2. Off-speed pitch, Domino swings over, and for the second time today, he is sat down on strikes.
Nick Fritz.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, Nick Fritz. Eagles with 2 hits in the inning, a double, then a single. AMSA looking to break this one open here in the third. Pitch in the dirt. Runners will stay put. Gets underneath it, pop up to the shortstop. Seems like an easy play. Tries to double up Skillings at third. Skillings gets back in time. And after getting a couple of hits and putting runners in scoring position to start the inning, AMSA's down to their last out. Uh-huh. Thornley up here with 2 down. The Eagles leading 4-0. Popped up behind the catcher, he'll have no play. Thornley reached on an error last time, stole a bag, and then came around to score what was the Eagles' 3rd run. And he looks at a strike. Liam takes ball high. All foul back. Now Viola and the Tigers have a chance to get out of it without allowing a run. Chops at it. Is it going to fall in? No, what a great play made by the shortstop. Great play there made by the shortstop, Nathan Carillon. And the Eagles, after putting a couple of runners on to start the inning, come up empty. However, they still lead 4-0. Going into the fourth, here on WMCT-TV. Welcome back to WMCT's coverage of AMSA Eagle Baseball here at Stevens Park. MIAA State Baseball Tournament, D-4 Round of 32. Host Eagles leading the Tigers of South Hadley 4-0. As Evan Scully steps back onto the bump. He's having a great game so far. He's got 6 Ks on the day. He has only allowed 1 base runner to this point. And leading off here for the Tigers in the top of the fourth is the left fielder, Matt McDermott. He was sat down on strikes last time he was up. McDermott lines one over to second on a hop. Nice play by Kale with the stretch.
Second baseman.
Deckers to Kale, records the first out.
Sullivan.
It is 4-3 in the scorebook for those of you keeping track at home. And with 1 down, Aiden Sullivan will step into the box. The only base runner that the Tigers have had to this point. And we're in the top of the fourth. And Scully falls behind. 1 ball, no strikes. To the Tiger second baseman. Sullivan can't quite catch up to the fastball there. Slaps it foul, and that evens up the count at 1-1. Sullivan goes the other way for a base hit. Tough bounce, but handled by Domino as he gets it back in.
Designated hitter, number 23.
Sullivan on for the second time today. Excuse me, folks. It's a lot of pollen in the air today. And Foley, the cleanup batter for the Tigers, falls behind. No balls, 1 strike. Ooh, flailed at that one. Scully up. No balls, 2 strikes. Scully looking for his 7th K of the day. And he gets it. Beautiful breaking pitch. Thornley tries to get Sullivan, creeping off first base. To no avail. However, with the K, we've got 2 down. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Nathan Carillon. Made the very nice diving play to save a couple of runs in the last half inning. Now he's trying to help his club get on the board. He fouls that one back. I'm sure you can hear all the wonderful Marlboro youth enjoying the park here behind us. Nice day. Beautiful day to bring the kids out to the splash pad. Scully fires, and Carillon fouls it back. And the right-hander steps off. Ground ball to Thompson is short. Fields fires. Kelsey come off the bag. Tries to reach. He's safe. Meanwhile, Sullivan advances to third. It's going to be a throwing error on Cal Thompson.
Number 17, Matt Drobiak.
Heads up base running there by Sullivan, advancing from first to third there on the ground ball. Again, E6 on the throwing error from Thompson. And now we've got first and third, 2 down. And here comes Drobiak, who fouls off the first pitch and falls behind. No balls, 1 strike. Scully fires. Outside. One count on Drobiak. Off-speed pitch, and yes, he went. As Scully gets ahead, 1-2.
Exactly, you just said it, yep.
Drobiak rounds one to the unoccupied second base hole. That's going to score 1 run. Runner at third will hold there. Drobiak, RBI, base hit. South Hadley gets on the board, and it's 4-1. Carillon will advance to third, and Coach Gendron, sensing the moment, comes out to calm down his righty. After the mound visit, in steps first baseman Liam Quinn. His first time up in the second inning, he was set down on strikes. Pitch is looped to the second baseman, fielded easily, and that will retire the side. But not before the Tigers get on the board, scoring their first run to make this a 4-1 game going into the bottom of the fourth, here on WMCT-TV. Back here at Stevens Park, bottom 4, Eagles leading 4-1. As the center fielder, Joey Skorinek, steps into the box. Skornek in his last time, flat out to center field. Skornek rips one to left, will fall in. This time the shortstop, Carleon, cannot reel it in. Skornek will reach with a single to start off the inning for the Tigers, or the Eagles rather. And that'll bring up Cal Thompson for the third time today. In the first, infield hit, 2 stolen bases, came around to score. In the second, another base hit. This time a solid one to the outfield, another stolen base, and he also, again, came around to score. So 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and 3 stolen bases for the senior shortstop. Skornek's going. Throw is late. Skornek with a stolen base. Fifth stolen base on the day for the Eagles. Now, Thompson's got a runner in scoring position, but he swings over the top of that one. I believe the count is 1-1. Oh, Viola tries to pick him off. Ball will trickle into center field. Skornek dives into third. Stolen base, and he advances on the throwing error from the pitcher. Single, stolen base, and throwing error has Skornek at third with nobody down. The Eagles, despite being up 4-1, have left several runners in scoring position so far today. Viola, the right-hander, sets and fires. Base hit. Splits the outfielder. Skornek will score easily. Where will Thompson end up? He's going for third. Looks like he will slide in head first safely. Cal Thompson, RBI triple.
Second baseman, number 12.
So far, Cal Thompson on the day is 3 for 3, 3 stolen bases, 2 runs scored. I'd say he's having a heck of a day. I'd say he's in the early running for WMCT Sports Player of the Game, something I just made up. Skornek's run makes it 5-0 Eagles. Or 5-1, rather, 5-1. And up now is Braden Deckers, who is 1 for 1, been on base twice, walked in the first, and singled in the second. .58-footer bounces past the catcher. Thompson scores. Another run and another wild pitch. That makes it 6-1. And we'll see how much longer Coach Foley sticks with Viola. Still nobody out here in the fourth. 2 runs scored, and the Eagles have pushed the lead from 4-1 to 6-1. Decker's still up. Checks his swing. Another ball in the dirt. Again, the winner of this number 3 versus number 35 matchup will move on to face the winner of the game between Ipswich and Bay Path. Deckers lines one over third, and that's going to be a base hit. Tough bounce to the left fielder, and that one's going to roll. Deckers to second. He's going to third. I heard hold, but he's going anyway. The throw beat him, but it's not reeled in, and Deckers slides in safely. That is a tough hop for the left fielder.
Number 14.
As it stands, Deckers with the triple. Two triples and a single for the first 3 batters of the inning. 2 of them scored. And they are poised to cross another one. Today's starter, Evan Scully. He'll bat now with nobody out, and Decker's on third. Man, that was a big cut. I finally learned how to use the cough button. You're all welcome. Another big cut from Scully. A couple of foul balls, he's down on the count. Scully is 0 for 1. Did reach base though via the walk in the first inning. Not tempted with the fastball there. That pitch, about a 1.5 feet over his head, taken easily. That one is popped well foul down the first base side on top of the apartment. I mean, I genuinely wonder how many broken windows there are over at that place every year. I mean, it's got to be a half dozen. And just as I say that, there's another foul ball shot that way. Nowhere near my car. I parked well down the street. If they reach my car, that's pretty impressive. Anyway, back to the game. Nobody out. Decker's on third. And Scully takes another ball. I believe that'll fill up the count. 3-2. Still nobody down here in the fourth. Eagles lead 6-1. And that's low, ball 4. Fourth consecutive batter has reached base here in the fourth inning.
Right fielder, number 10, Anthony Skillings.
Now Skillings will come up with runners at first and third. So far in the inning, single, triple, triple, walk. Coach Foley leaves Viola in there. Surprised he hasn't tried to exhaust another option with the season on the line. Skillings takes. Throw down to third. What a great throw. Wow, Decker's thrown out at third. Heck of a play by the catcher. That was Joe Meon there with the throw to get, he caught Decker's napping over there at third. And now there's one down. And a ground ball to third. Fields fires. First baseman can't make the scoop. Scully realizes after the fact that the ball got by him, but he has plenty of time to come around and score.
First baseman, number 29, Lucas Hale.
Another ground ball in front of the plate, but it's foul. So that was Scully coming around to score. That makes it 7-1. Skillings will reach on the fielder's choice. Excuse me, the throwing error by the third baseman. Now, first baseman Lucas Kale in there. Kale turns 1-1 and smokes it to left field for a base hit. Skillings will stop at third.
Left fielder, number 0, Michael Domino.
For Kale, that's his second hit of the day. Lined out in his first at-bat in the first, and the third single, fourth single. Throw supposed to be going to second was attempted to be cut off by the second baseman. Kale steals second, and that sets up second and third here for Domino. Tough day at the dish there for Domino. Sat down twice on strikes. Two strikes there on Domino, looking to avoid the hat trick. So we have one down on the throw out at third of Decker's. Domino swings over it, and he's sat down for the third time today.
Third baseman, number 2, Nick.
That's two down in the inning here in the fourth. And stepping up is the third baseman, Nick Fritz. Fritz walked in the second inning, came around to score, and then flew out, or popped out, I should say, to the shortstop to end the third. Fritz takes high. Eighth batter to come up here for AMSA in the fourth inning. They've tacked on 3, increased their lead from 4-1 to 7-1. All in the dirt. So we've got 2 down. Skillings at third, Kale at second, and Fritz up looking to extend this AMSA lead. Swings over the top of the breaking ball. Swings through it, and Fritz is sat down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. But not before 1, 2, 3 hits, 3 runs, an error, and 2 left on, as the Eagles push the lead to 7-1 after 4 here on WMCT-TV.
Leading off for the Tigers.
All right, back
right
here,
fielder,
top
number
5. Eagles leading the Tigers 7-1. Eagles starter Evan Scully out for his 5th inning of work. Dominant start to this point, 7 Ks. No walks. Only a couple of base runners to this point. Did allow the 1 run in the last inning. But otherwise, 7 Ks, no walks. Heck of a day so far. And stepping into the box to lead off the 5th for the Tigers is Brady Mendoza, the right fielder. Scully's done a nice job today of working with purpose, with a quick pace. Ooh, that base hit is lined to right field. Nice piece of hitting there by Brady Mendoza, going the other way.
Number 7, Joe Meehan.
And Joe Meehan will step up here with a runner on first, with nobody out in the 5th. Scully brushes him back with the fastball. Runner takes off for a second and gets in safely. Mendoza steals second. Just the first stolen base on the day for the Tigers. And we got a pop up to the third baseman. Easy play.
Center fielder, number 16, Tyler Evans.
That was Nick Fritz. Reeling in the short pop-up. There's 1 down. The leadoff man, Tyler Everett, will step in, the center fielder. He's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. Chops one to third. Fritz fires to first, gets him in plenty of time. Mendoza advances to third with 2 down.
Number 12, Matt McDermott.
Can't hear you, Matt.
And that'll retire the side for the Tigers here in the 5th.
All ladies and gentlemen,
1 runner left on, and after 4.5, the Eagles lead 7-1 here on WMCT-TV. We are here in the bottom of the fifth here at Stevens Park
Number 3.
as the Eagles lead the Tigers 7-1 in this round of 32 MIAA Baseball playoff matchup. We have a substitution at pitcher. Matt Drobiak is coming for today's starter, Viola. Viola really struggled through his 4 innings of work today. And to start things off here in the fifth for the Eagles is Liam Thornley. He pokes it the other way and it'll drop in for a base hit.
Center fielder, number 1.
That fell into no man's land between second base and right field. And the Eagles get their leadoff man on here in the fifth. And now Joey Skorinek comes up, the number 9 hitter. Got a single in his last at-bat in the fourth. And here, drops one in front. Perfect placement.
Shortstop, number 5. Cal
That happened very quickly.
Thompson.
Barely had enough time to look down and note in my scorebook here. Well, as it stands, I believe that was a bunt base hit. Bunt base hit there for Skorinek. Sets up first and second with nobody out. And now the player of the game so far, Cal Thompson, comes up. 3 for 3 on the day, 2 runs scored. Two singles and a triple on the day for the shortstop. Looking for hit number 4. Chopped to the pitcher. Goes to second for 1. To first, not in time. The runner from second advances to third.
Number 12. Braden Deckers.
And Thompson will reach on the fielder's choice. As Viola was earlier in the game, Drobiak very concerned with Thompson on base. And who could blame him? He's only got 3 stolen bases on the day. Thompson off with the pitch, and he takes the bag easily. A little awkward as he came into second base. But he seems to be okay. So now we've got runners, excuse me, at second and third. Thornley at third, Thompson at second, and Deckers up. Deckers takes the off-speed pitch for a strike. Drobiak sets, fires. Ball high and outside. Eagles leading 7-1 and looking to add to their lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Deckers pops it in the infield. Drobiak takes it himself and records the out. Second of the inning.
Pitcher, number 14, Evan Scully.
So after the first two guys got on base to start the inning, a couple of outs have left the Eagles with one more out to try to scratch across a run here in the fifth. Scully, the big righty, looks at ball one. Ooh, that off-speed pitch got away from Drobiak. Scully had to duck out of the way, and he's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Scully swings over that one. Nice breaking ball there from Drobiak. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch outside, 3-1. Scully down the third base line, just foul. Full count on Scully. 2 down in the inning. Ball 4 outside. That'll load him up.
Right fielder, number 10, Anthony Skillings.
And that brings up right fielder Anthony Skillings. Skillings' last inning reached on a throwing error by the third baseman. And before that, hit a double and advanced to third in the third, and lined into a double play in the first. Here, grounds to short. Shortstop makes the easy play to second to retire the side. 6-4 put out there, ends the inning for the Eagles. They failed to tack on another run, however, they continue to lead 7-1 after 5 here on WMCT-TV. Welcome back to the beginning of the top of the 6th inning here at Stevens Park. Round of 32 action, D4, MIAA State Tournament. AMSA Eagles leading South Hadley Tigers 7-1. Righty Evan Scully coming out for his 6th inning of work, 7 Ks to this point. Chopper to third. Fritz to Kale, 1 down.
Designated hitter, number 20.
3 consecutive ground ball outs for Scully.
Foley.
Now Ben Foley comes up, grounded out in the first, struck out in the 4th. 1 of 7 Ks on the day for Scully. Oof, feeble attempt on that one. Scully tries to go back outside. Foley doesn't chase this time, and it's 1-1. 2-1. Excuse me, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weak chopper to third. Fritz again to Kale. 2 down. Another 5-3 put out.
Number 9, Nathan Caroline.
Fritz getting some extra work over there. 3 of the last 4 outs recorded have been by him. And Nathan Carleon steps in. The shortstop is 0 for 1 and reached on a throwing error by Cal Thompson in the 4th. Scully looking for the 1-2-3. At first it did seem as though Cal Thompson was going to run away with the game MVP, but the way that Scully's pitched, it's going to be difficult to deny him too. The very prestigious WMCT Sports Player of the Game Award. Oh, look at that, Scully with another strikeout. His 8th of the day. Sits the Tigers down in order. And after 5.5, the Eagles lead 7-1. Lucas Kale starting off the bottom of the 6th for the Eagles. Ball 1. Kale's 4th at bat. Lined out in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and made his way onto, I think, he got another single, that's what it was. And another single in the 4th. So he is 2 for 3 on the day. No runs scored, however. Drobiak is low at that pitch. Kale, grounder to 3rd, past the 3rd baseman, into left field for his 3rd hit of the game.
Left fielder, number 0.
Kale, a solid 3 for 4 in the day.
Domino.
I don't think he's going to catch Cal Thompson in the player of the game race, though. That's long gone. Another check over at Kale to no avail. Domino up, looking to avoid the golden sombrero. So those of you who are not familiar, that is striking out 4 times in one game. And I believe the 5th strikeout of the game is the platinum sombrero. If that is incorrect, you disagree, you can hit me up on Twitter at Matt Bisaccio or at WMCT Sports. Pitch is high to Domino. And Domino shoots it down the first base line, and it's just foul. Another check over on Kale at first. He slides in head first safely. Borderline call goes against Domino, and for the 4th time today,
Third baseman,
he has been
number
sat
2,
down.
Nick Fritz.
Now Nick Fritz steps in. He's reached base 1 time today. In the 2nd, on a walk, he'd come around to score. In the 3rd inning, he popped up to the shortstop. And then in the 4th inning, he struck out. Oh, that was a knee buckler that time. Pitch is called the ball. Fritz hesitates, checks his swing, and it's called strike 2. That ball taken high, and Fritz gets on
Leon
with a walk
Thornley.
here in the top of the 6th. Warner's at 1st and 2nd now, as Cale advances to 2nd on the walk. And ground ball shot the other way to the 2nd baseman. To 2nd for 1, to 1st. Runner at 1st is safe. They try going across the diamond and
Number
picking
1,
off Cale at 3rd, but he slides in safely, so he advances to 3rd. Fritz is out at 2nd. 4-6. And Thornley is on via the fielder's choice. So 2 down now in the inning, with runners at 2nd and 3rd. And Joey Skornek up. He reached via the fielder's choice back in the 5th. Skornek lines it to shortstop, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on. And as we make the turn for home, Eagles lead this one 7-1 here on WMCT-TV.
number 10, John Gauthier.
All right, back for the top of the 7th as the Eagles look to close this one up, or close it out, I should say, up 7-1 over the Tigers. We've got a score update for you from the other game that we had our eyes on earlier today. Ipswich versus Bay Path. Bay Path beats Ipswich 8-3. And as long as the Eagles take care of business over these next few moments, Bay Path will be traveling here to Stevens Park to take on the Eagles in the round of 16. The game details have yet to be determined, but the game will be played here at Stevens Park sometime over the next couple of days. Also, we've got a substitution. Lucas Cale is coming for relief of Evan Scully. Scully pitches 6 innings, strikes out 8. And only allowed 5 base runners the entire game. And leading off here for the Tigers as they try to make a wild comeback is Matt Drobiak, the 3rd baseman. This Tiger lineup has at least 4 left-handers in it, but they haven't been able to really take advantage of that against the right-handed pitching of AMSA. Drobiak cuts and fouls it away. The Eagles, with the win today, will improve to 9-2 at home on the season, and they are a sparkling 8-0 on the road. Little, looks as though maybe the umpire took a shot. Poor guy.
Now batting, number 1, Boston Kelly.
See, now cars have heated seats. I think in this instance, it would be nice if they were chilled seats. Might be a tough ride home. But he's a high school umpire. He's going to gut through it. So Cale walks the first batter he sees. Now up here in the bottom of the 7th is the first baseman, Liam Quinn. Quinn struck out in the 2nd, and he popped up to the shortstop in the 4th. Not much to write home offensively, or write home about offensively in this one for South Hadley, who made the hour-plus trip down the Mass Pike to get here today. And as a born and raised Rhode Islander, I feel real proud about myself being able to say that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cale picks up his first strikeout.
Number 35,
That's the second time Quinn has been
Russo.
set down via the K today. So we've got 1 out here in the 7th, and up comes the right fielder, Brady Mendoza. Mendoza singled and stole a base last time he was up in the 5th, and then when he was up in the 3rd, he sat down looking. Cale fires a strike. Cale with the delivery. Fouled it back off the handle. Are they going to award him first? I'm not sure how that's correct. He swung. Coach Gendron is popped out of the dugout to
Maziarz.
question why he was awarded first base after a swing. As far as I know, it doesn't matter whether or not you get hit in the temple. If you swing, it's a strike. But in a 7-1 game, Coach Gendron isn't going to go too crazy, I would imagine. Gendron already having been thrown out of a game earlier this year and having to serve 1-game suspension, I'm sure doesn't want to put his team in any kind of position to have to play a game without him. So the hit by pitch will put runners at first and second, 1 down. And up is the 9th-place hitter, the catcher, Joe Meehan. A little bit of a liberal strike zone here. I'm not saying that I'm complaining, but that one looked a little low. And Cale gets me in looking, records the 2nd out of the inning, and the Eagles are 1 out away from advancing to the round of 32.
Tyler Evans.
And as far as I know, it's Tyler Everett, not Evans. And Tyler grounds one to second. Fields fires to first, and this one is over. The AMSA Eagles win this one 7-1. Scully gets the decision in the win. Viola picks up the loss as the Tigers' season comes to an end, and the Eagles will advance to the round of 16 as they'll play the Minutemen of Bay Path. The game details have yet to be determined, but make sure you follow us on WMCT Sports on Twitter or WMCT on Facebook. We'll have all the game updates that you'll need. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with us. Oh, and how could I forget? In the inaugural WMCT Sports game MVP, it's got to go to Cal Thompson. Evan Scully pitched a heck of a game, going 6 innings, sitting down 8 via the strikeout. But Cal Thompson, he only went 3 for 4. He was on base 4 times, 3 runs scored, including a triple in the 4th inning. So, thank you so much for spending some of your day with us. We certainly appreciate it. Make sure you check us out next time here on WMCT Sports. For Mike Lawton, I'm Matt Pisaccio. Have a wonderful night.